Hi, y'all. I think I managed to get it live. Can y'all see me now? Hi there. Hi, PNG 100. Thanks for tuning in. I think we'll just kind of sit here for a second, wait for folks to show up. How y'all doing this summer? This hot, steamy summer, June 23rd. I tell you what, I'm just getting settled into it. It's kind of too hot for me right now, but I started to go out in the afternoon just to kind of like get my body used to it. And I think I'm like a week away from just like being able to be out there. I think it's just you have to get there gradually, or it's all over. You're screwed. Okay, we got two folks here in the audience. Let me go ahead and post on the internet that I'm ready. I'm here. All right. I know we had a question on the Instagram, but for those of y'all who's waiting, all you got to do is ask a question for the universe in the chat, and I will answer it. You can tell me how you want it answered. There's the tarot. There's the essential oil deck. There's the revelation. There's colors. There's the how to self-care, and I got a new oracle. I'll reveal it soon. Hey there, Al. How's it going? We're just kind of hanging out here for a second, waiting for some folks to show up. I think I'm going to post on the internet here that I'm starting up. Let's see. Let me see. How do I do that? Do I go to the Instagram? And do I do a story? Is that how it works? Okay, here we go. Let me turn it around. I don't want everybody to see my dirty living room. Okay, here we go. I'm going to record me. Hello. No, that was a picture. I wanted no. I just did a stupid picture of myself. Hold on. Let me get to the video part. This is too complicated. Like, I do not have the energy to figure all this shit out. I tell y'all what. Okay, here we go. Let me turn around. Okay. Hi, y'all. We started. Hey, y'all. We're live right now on the OraCola. If you want to catch me, I'll be here till about 10 o'clock this evening. That's June 23rd, Central Standard Time on youtube.com/channel RCCola. That's ARCIECOLA. I'll see y'all there. Okay. Was that good? Okay, I'm going to add that to the Instagram here. See, it's way too many steps. Way too many. All right, there we go. Story. I'm going to add it to my story. Yes. And then, oh, fuck it. Fuck. Why is this? Okay. There we go. We're going to add that one. Okay. Share it to my story. Done. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for the compliments on my background. Like I was telling y'all last week, in case you missed it, this is courtesy of the free group, the Buy Nothing group in my neighborhood. And somebody was advertising some old upholstery fabric, so I went and got it, and it turned out to be pretty fucking cool. So I think it's going to be my new backdrop for a little while. At least I'll get tired of it. All right. We got 5 folks here, so I think I can start the show officially. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the OraCola. I'm RC Cola. I'll be with y'all for about the next hour, reading messages from the universe via my guides, my oracles, which are many, and, of course, my own intuition, which is faulty but somewhat okay. I will do a few little ritual things to set the space here. And if y'all want to kind of breathe along with me or go take a leak or whatever, follow along as you will. We're just like, take a little deep breath. Thank the universe for us being alive in this day and age, even though it's weird. And then we'll light some incense for the universe. This is my sacred wood. And just get a little pleasing perfume so it smells nice and not like dog in here, which it normally just smells like dog. And we'll also get some bells. Ring a little bell, kind of tinkle in the air. This is also my time to remind you that if you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell and like and subscribe. I'll be doing the OraCola every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time live. You can also catch the rerun any old time. And then I also might be doing other programming. It just all depends on how things shake out. So, all right. So we got the special stuff going on here. It smells a little better. We're just going to let the energies of the solstice sliding into that full moon kind of wash over us, and we're going to answer some questions for some folks. So that's what we got going on here. All right, let's see. Let's check in the chat. Oh, yeah, dog smell, I mean, I can handle it. It's just not my favorite smell, and I know when I smell like dog because I do all the time because I have a big fucking dog. Who, by the way, if y'all were here last week, I told y'all he was going to have some surgery. Well, that got postponed, so he's going to have it on Friday. So if y'all's thinking about me at all in your hearts on Friday, just send some good love to my dog, Apollo. He's getting some surgery done. Hopefully it's nothing terrible, and he'll heal up and he'll be okay. So he's kind of pouting here on the floor because I won't let him in the bedroom right now because he's a little leaky. But yeah, send some good love to my dog if you can't send nothing else. If you can send something else, though, please do consider sending a tip or donation to my Venmo or to my PayPal. It's a Venmo at RCCola, that's ARCIECOLA, or to paypal.me/RCCola, same thing. I appreciate all of the donations. If you've got any scratch to spare, I'll spend it on something good, I promise. Oh, yes. Thank you for your good loving for my pups. All right. Who had a reading here? Who wanted a reading? Let's see. Anybody in the chat before? I know there was one on Instagram that I'd have to get to, but if nobody in the chat has something, I'll do the Instagram reading first. Let's see. Got to go into my... All right. I had a couple on Instagram here. So Megatex333 said, what should I know about my relationship? Tarot, please. Okay. Well, we can do that. Let's do some tarot. And while I'm shuffling my cards, I will point out to those of y'all who may not know that this is a very abbreviated tarot. It's just one card. I use only the major arcana and then one card to represent each of the four suits, just to kind of streamline things and make it a little bit quicker. So if you wanted a more in-depth reading, I recommend that you reach out to a professional tarot reader. You can contact me on my DMs. I'll work out a Zoom with you, or you can look it up in the yellow pages or go to your corner psychic, whatever works for you, whatever works. Okay, Megatex. Let's see here. All right, something about your relationship. There's some potent relationship energies in the air, just based on the astrology. I'll kind of get to that in a second, but all right, what does this say? Ooh, the devil. Okay, so the devil is about what you would think the devil does. Very much about self-sabotage and temptation and you know, going in the other direction a little bit too far. But the devil has a lot of fun. So I don't know. I think when you're thinking about a relationship, you got to think about, is it ultimately good for me? Like, you can have a real good time with the devil until it comes time to pay your due with him. And then it's hell to pay. So I would say, look at your relationship through the lens of the devil. And not to say that it's a bad relationship. Maybe you're the devil in a relationship. You know, you got to think about it both ways. But that's your card. Good luck. I'm sure I'll be watching it later, but if you're live, good luck. Okay, let's see. Who here is on? Who had a question? PNG, general reading for June. Okay, well, it's almost over, so whatever comes up will not be lasting too much longer. Did you want tarot or did you want one of the other oracles? And let me list them again. There's the tarot, there's the essential oil, there's the book of Revelation, which you'll have to give me some numbers for. There's the hat of self-care, there's the color, and my new oracle, I'll just reveal it right now. Our favorite, the classic, the magic 8-ball. Yes. Okay. So, tarot. Let me get some shuffling going on here. I think I need to clean my cards, not necessarily in the metaphysical, esoteric way, but just actually clean them. They feel like they're a little grimy. They're just laminated. They're just laminated cardstock after all, so a little bit grimy. They accumulate, especially when you handle them. And you've been holding on to dog all day. Okay. General reading for the rest of June for PNG. It is, the Magician. So this card is all about being crafty. Being crafty and conjuring up the thing that you want. Magicians know how to get their way because they practice. They have a craft that they practice, that they constantly study at, and that's how they manifest in this world. So I would say for the rest of this month, think about your time as like you're a magician. You're conjuring up some kind of wondrous thing for yourself. But make it a goal, maybe a small one, maybe a big one, but kind of lay out the steps to kind of make that happen, and then go about it like it's a ritual, and it'll probably come true. So hoping that's good guidance for you. PNG, thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Who else had a question? Somebody did. Career direction. Jake. Hi, Jake. Tarot, huh? Okay. Everybody's hot on the tarot today. It's all right. It's a good oracle. I recommend it. I've been using it for a while. I used to have a show doing it on the public access. So I know my way around some cards. Now, my way of doing it's my way. Just like all good readers, they got their own method, their own thing. So if what I say don't resonate with you, that's okay. There's like 500,000 tarot readers on YouTube. So you could find one of them to get your messages, or you could pick a different oracle. I got a few to choose from. So equal opportunity. Okay, here we go. Career for Jake. Career for Jake. Oh no, I'm feeling a different one. Hold on. And, strength. Okay, I think we got that one last time. So you need to just like strap in and stay strong. There may be some challenges at your workplace. There may be some more work you need to do. But you will overcome your obstacles if you just maintain. So be strong, be steady, just like be aware. You can do it. Hang in there. That's your answer. Hope that works out for you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see here. Let me make sure there's not some other thing I missed. I thought there was a different one on the Instagram. Let's see. Oh, Al wanted to know, I'll need my near future direction in general to be read. Did you want that to be tarot or some other oracle? Since I know you're in the chat, you can just tell me. Hi there, Art. Hi, Drag on Demand. Welcome. If you don't tell me something, I'll just pick an oracle, but it works better if you pick your oracle, Al. So what did you want? Did you want the How to Self-Care? Did you want the tarot? Did you want the essential oil? Oh, the revelations. Okay. Did you want number 1, between 1 and 22? I think that's the first step. 7-11. Okay. Let's do 7-11. So this is the Revelation Oracle for those of y'all who was not aware. And that is, I pick a chapter and a verse from the book of Revelation based on the number that you throw down. So Al is wanting 7-11. So we go to chapter 7 here, verse 11. All right. And all the angels stood round about the throne and about the elders and the 4 beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces and worshiped God. So as far as your near future, that means you need to start kissing God's ass big time, because you're in trouble. You have done some horrible things, or you are just on the wrong path, and you have been called in for the judgment. And God is like, and you're like, oh, please, God, I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. And God's like, heard that before. And then you know how it is, back and forth. But God loves you. God will forgive you. So just kiss his butt and then do better, and it'll be fine. So, all right. Ro is dealing with waves of depression. Self-care. Okay, so this is a fun one. All it is just some pieces of paper that I've written some self-care things, some simple things that you can do that don't take a lot of effort. And, you know, they're all things that are good for you. And if you are having trouble, if you're a depressed person, this is not a bad thing to have in your house. Like, just do it for yourself. Just take an old pickle jar or something, wash it out. And then write your own self-care, things that you know that you can accomplish. Just something that you know you can do. It doesn't take you no effort hardly, just like, can you do it? And I promise you, if you were getting in a funk and you're like, damn it, I don't know what to do, I just want to curl up on the bed. No, go to your own like hat or jar of self-care and draw out something and just do that thing. Just do that thing. And it'll take your mind off whatever spiral you're in. And hopefully you'll get out on the other side and you can kind of get over that hump. Your results may vary, but that's my recommendation. So for you, let's see, hat of self-care. Oh, let me show my hat. It's so pretty. I got it for $2. It's so shiny. I love it. Okay. And your self-care is take a walk. You know, that one is a common one. And I've got so many in here that have never come up. But this one has come up more than once. Take a walk. It don't have to be a long walk. I know it sounds intimidating. It just might mean getting up and walking to your front door and walking back to your seat. It can start that small. Just take a little walk. If you can walk outside your front door or your back door, whatever door, if you can walk outside and just like walk outside and maybe walk on and put your feet on some ground, like your bare feet on some actual ground, not concrete, some ground, and like do that and like be outside for like 30 seconds. That's even better. So that's my hat of self-care for you. That's what the universe wants you to do. Maybe go ground yourself in the yard. If you don't have a yard, just somewhere where there's some grass. If that's too much trouble, just get your ass to the front door. That's all you got to do. Take a walk. Take a little walk. Okay. Woo! Fired up now. Fired up now. Let's see, we got a few folks, 8 folks here. We had 9 earlier. We got 8. That's okay. Y'all can pop in and out all y'all want. I got a few things I can talk about if y'all don't have any other questions, or we've got some folks that are waiting to join us. So in the spirit of trying to become a better OraCola, I'm trying to learn some more about things like astrology. And it's a very vast topic. It's very difficult. And I started way too late. It was like I started ballet when I was 55, and I'm like, I want to be Baryshnikov, but that shit ain't happening. However, you can at least learn some basics, and I'm trying to learn some basics. So, excuse me. What I've done is I've kind of went online and sussed out what are the major transits of this week. And so if you're not familiar with astrology, it's all about how the planets are moving in the sky. And there's a lot of different ways you can decide how the planets are moving, but in general, it's just about where the planets are placed in relationship to each other in kind of a circular orbital thing, you know? So if you're thinking about that model of the solar system and how it kind of moves around in weird different ways, if you stop that model and you looked at it from the top, that's what the horoscope of the moment would be. And the way that the planets are in angle to each other has how to do like with the energies, because it means things. So it's very complicated. Sweating here. Sweating. Oh my God, I lost something. All right, here we go. Okay. So astrology for this week, and that, this week we're in the middle of the week. It's kind of a weird day to start doing astrology because a lot of people start it, their weekday starts on a Monday. But in general, this is just kind of what's been around us in the week, like within the 7 days of now. So, of course, we had the solstice on Sunday into Monday. It was kind of a weird time. So that is when the sun moves into the sign of Cancer, but also it is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Now, on the southern hemisphere, it's their winter solstice. It has to do with the tilt of the earth. So for us, it's the summer, so it's the longest day of the year. And it's like supposedly when day and night are more or less equal in length. Now, it's going to be different depending on where you are, but at the equator, that's kind of what's happening. So solstice is a really important kind of milestone in the year that the ancients used. Oh, my God. Mouth itching. Excuse me. So summer solstice happened on Sunday, and it's kind of a big thing. Lots of ritual, lots of meaning around it. And then on Monday, we had, what happened on Monday? Something happened on Monday. I can't remember. It was kind of it just all kind of happened at the same time. So, and it was Father's Day on Sunday too, but that's just an American thing. And then this week we have a full moon in Capricorn that's going to happen on Thursday. So full moons are always kind of like big, like releasing energies. And then around that time, we got some different astrological things happening. So the sun moved into Cancer. Oh, and Mercury, which was retrograde, is now stationed direct. So Mercury's in Gemini, stationed direct. So it's no longer like working its way backwards. So all y'all people that ordered shit for Amazon Prime Day, if you order it and it's fucked up, it's because y'all didn't wait. You didn't wait until after the Mercury retrograde. I know that it officially stationed on Tuesday, but I still wouldn't have bought nothing on Tuesday. That's just how I feel about it. Your mileage may vary, depends on your chart. Yeah. And so, Venus. So Venus is doing a little dance this week. So Venus is going to be doing some partnership dances while she moves through the last part of, she moves into Cancer. And so what she does at the first is she trines Neptune in the Pisces. And she did that like a couple days, like Tuesday, I think, yesterday. And then she's going to be opposite Pluto today. So she's kind of like trying in the Pisces, so they did a little dance. And then she kind of like got Pluto's eye, and they're doing a little dance. And then, you know, Pluto and Venus was so into it that, you know, when she went back around to Neptune, it spun him out. So he's going backwards later this week. And she's going to go like backwards too. But she's going forward into Leo. So if you can imagine all of that happening, that's what's going on. Ultimately, it means that there's just going to be a lot of weird energies around love and relationships, a lot of fantasy that's maybe bubble bursting, maybe things ain't going to work out quite the way you thought. But Mercury's at least going forward again. So in a few days, if you feel like buying a new phone, I would say go for it. All right. Let's see. That was the astrology this week. I'm happy to butcher that for you every time. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Anybody have any questions? We're about halfway through our show now, and I definitely want to make sure that everybody who's tuned in, all 6 of y'all, get all your questions answered. If not, I can do some general readings on some general topics. Or I can just ramble on. Ramble on! That whole thing. Yes, Al, you can go again if you have a question. You can pick a different oracle or the same one. Just let me know. Thanks, Jake. I was writing this earlier today, and it was kind of dark in here, so I just don't even know what I was writing. I was just kind of streaming it. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck did I write? I have no idea. I had an idea about it, and it just kind of like went away. So obviously I need to type this out. Ro, could you share more information on Capricorn? Oh, so Capricorn is like it's like the last cardinal sign. So if you think about the zodiac, remember I was telling you, you're looking at the solar system from like above, looking down on it like a tabletop. So if you look at the zodiac, the way it's arranged in 12 parts, there's the 4 cardinal signs. So there's Aries, there's Cancer, there's Libra, and then Capricorn is the 4th. So if we're going around, that's the 10th house at the top, which is like kind of at the top there. It's typically seen as a very work-driven sign and a very regimented sign. So Capricorn is kind of like methodical, and they like to like do it their way, like play by the rules, but make their own rules. But like the rules are important to them, no matter what rules they're following, that kind of thing. It's also it's got some connotations around being stubborn, being difficult to work with, but most of all, it's seen as more of a hardworking sign, kind of a stubborn mountain goat. If you just imagine that Capricorn is kind of like the sea goat, it's the goat of the sea. So even though the sea might be bubbly and weird and like calm and then raging, it can like climb whatever mountainous wave is in front of it. So that's kind of my general capsule of Capricorn as I understand it right now. Of course, there's a whole lot of layers to it. So you can look that shit up, but that's what came through right now. Okay. Let's see, Al. Okay, I did Rose first. P&G. I would like to try the new Oracle 8-ball, please. Okay, well, what is your question then? If you know, with the magic 8-ball, you have to have very particular kind of yes or no, very simple question. So the simpler the question, the more the magic 8-ball will be able to be the correct oracle for you. So you're welcome. I hope I didn't screw up that Venus, Neptune, Pluto love triangle. I mean, there's probably many layers to that romance that I'm not privy to. I didn't go to college, so I don't know. Oh, let's see. Remember what I said. You gotta tell me what your question is before we can get to the magic 8-ball. The magic 8-ball. And this is what I also got today through my Buy Nothing group. I recommend joining one if you can find one in your area, because they give away a whole bunch of good shit that's like free. It's all free. Some of it's real good, and it's all free. So I recommend it. Look it up, Buy Nothing group, usually on Facebook. One of the good things about Facebook is they have some of those groups like that. Whole lot of other shitty things about Facebook, but we won't get into that. So, okay, Revelation. Jake's got a question, but I was going to get to P&G. Okay. Are my several difficulties I've had in the last few months at an end? Okay, that's a good one. Magic 8-ball says, ask again later. Okay, I'd hold it up. I don't know if it's going to show. Oh, yeah, look at there. If I'm careful, it'll show. It says, ask again later. Sorry, that wasn't very definitive, but the magic 8-ball is very fickle. It's a very fickle oracle. Okay, I had one here. Jake, what will the Capricorn moon this week bring to us? Revelations. Okay, well, Jake, you got to give me a number between 1 and 22 first, and then I'll be able to interpret with a second number. So a number between 1 and 22, for sure. I wouldn't worry about it, P&G 100, honestly. The magic 8-ball is just going to say, That's kind of its range of oracleness. So I would say maybe go with a more direct oracle for a more definitive answer. Okay, chapter 6. Okay. Oh, look, I was already there. So chapter 6, what's the verse you want? It's got to be between 1 and 17. 14. 14. Okay. Revelation chapter 6, verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Okay, so the curtain has lifted, and everything just kind of like is moved to the side. So there is your answer this week. I would say that because Venus and Neptune and Pluto's doing that little dance that they're doing. If you've ever been to the ballet or something, they got the pas de deux, and there's the people dancing, and then they do the little variations in between, and then they come back together and they do the dance, and then it's the end of the act, and then everybody comes out and does like 45 minutes of curtain calls, and then they stop it all and they close the curtain, and then there's a little bit of a break, and then they open the curtain again, and everybody's like here for a grand ball, and the scenery's changed. So I would say that's saying we're kind of in an intermission time, or maybe we're coming out of it. Things have kind of moved off to the side, and we're getting ready for it to start. The orchestra is about to start that first note. Violins is warming up. Okay. All right. There is your answer. I hope that is a good one for you. Oh my God. Tell you what, today, I got up early because there was supposed to be some apartment people coming around to inspect my appliances. And no, that is not a metaphor for nothing or euphemism. Y'all get your minds out the gutter. So I had a note on my door yesterday. It says, oh, we're coming. We're going to come inspect these appliances. I'm like, okay. So I've been here all fucking day long. And it's not like I would go far because poor Apollo's, he's got a little bobo, so I need to keep track of what's going on with him. But, at least I could go out swimming or something or just like go for a little walk. But no, none of them motherfuckers showed up today. Not one. So now I'm like, are they coming tomorrow? Are they coming on Friday? I don't fucking know. It's a big ass mystery. So that was my day today. I was sitting around my house most of the day, except for when I left for 20 minutes to go get the magic 8-ball off somebody's porch. I tell you, living in an apartment has its disadvantages because you are at the mercy of whatever the fuck all these other 100 and some other motherfuckers are doing. The water's been off mysteriously a couple times. This has like been the year of no water for me. After that whole like winter storm, it'll be suddenly just like I'll get up, and it's always after I've taken a dump and I go to wash my hands and there ain't no water coming out of the faucet and I got my hands full of soap. And I'm like, God damn it, now I need to wash my hands. There's no water. The sink's just gurgling. So I have to go in the kitchen and like get into my like filtered water thing and wash my hands with the good stuff. But they never tell you. You just find out at the worst possible time. So I'm not thrilled with my apartment living situation this year. Previous to that, it was okay. I didn't have no trouble with nobody. This year, yeah. And I'm still waiting on them to give me like a $500 referral bonus that they owe me from February. So I'm still pissed off about that. I don't recommend this place. I ain't going to blast them live, but I ain't going to refer nobody else. That's for sure. Okay. Do we have any questions? Sorry, that was my rant for the minute. Got to get a good rant in occasionally, or else why else is life worth living? You know what I'm saying? I should have put in a different, oh, I see why. It ain't even like attached. Get in there. Okay. There, hopefully that will stay put here for a second. All right. I don't think we had any other questions on social media, but I will double check just in case we had some looky-loos that are waiting. Did I tell y'all the end of my like phone saga? Did I tell y'all the end of the phone saga? I can't remember. It's been so long. I got thrown off with that one show where I was taking a nap and I had to get on and I wasn't ready and I'm just like confused. So when I had a phone sent to me for free from my provider, which is AT&T, and it's because they're going to be cutting off service to my phone, my particular phone. Excuse me. In March of next year, because they're getting rid of 3G. Well, my phone is definitely 4G compatible. They just ain't picking up the contract to service my particular brand and model of phone. They're sponsoring other models in my brand, but not this particular one. So they send me this phone, and I called them up. I'm like, I don't want this phone. They're like, you just got to keep it because we ain't going to take it back. I'm like, well, it's got my phone number tied to it. And they're like, well, just take the SIM card out. So I took the SIM card out, I cut it up and threw it in the trash. So now I have this phone that's kind of piece of crap, like burner smartphone. I don't know what to do with it. It needs a SIM card and it's tied to AT&T. So you got to have AT&T service if you get a SIM card for it. So I don't know. It's just taking up space. And maybe that's the kind of thing I can give away on my free group. But I was wondering too if like I ever needed a burner phone, but then I would have to get AT&T service for it, and that don't make much sense. So I don't know. I'm conflicted. It only takes up this much space, so it's not taking up too much of my space. But I'm looking at it, and every time I look at it, I'm like, God damn it, what am I gonna do with that shit? And then it makes me think, God damn it, my phone's not gonna work on my provider in March. So do I switch providers, which means I got to switch up my number? Or do I like try to find another phone? All these planned obsolescence things just kicking you in the ass. And every time you get a new device, it's like tracking you more. So we're screwed. Maybe I'll go back to just not having a phone. Maybe I'll just get me like one of them little Nokias, the bare minimum if they still make them. And then I can just like do the three letter texts, where you have to type through to then do very simple texts. Because I don't know, smartphone's okay, but really all I use it for is like posting pictures on social, and I don't do that half as much as I ought to because there's only 5 of y'all watching. So I don't know. Maybe a smartphone is not for me. Maybe I'm not for smartphone. I don't know. Okay. Put it on that side. Okay, so color on my phone. I don't know if a color oracle is going to be very good for that, Al, but we'll try it out. Here's the color oracle. What should I do with my phone? Brown. Oh, brown. It doesn't. It sounds like I should bury it, but let me just double check here. Reliability, stability, honesty, comfort, simplicity, grounding, stabilizing, support, boring, dull. Okay, so basically it's telling me that I need to invest in a phone that's reliable but boring but will work, which I kind of already have. So maybe I need to change providers. I don't know. I don't know if it helped, but that was the answer. Brown. Okay. Let me shuffle my cards here for a second. See if there's another message that comes through. Did I miss any questions on here? I don't think so. Yeah, it's a bummer. I don't want to buy a phone. This phone works fine. I've got two phones that are dead. One of them is dead. I should just throw it out. I'm just afraid because it's got mercury in it or something. And then there's another one that it still works only as like Wi-Fi and taking pictures because the dog chewed up the SIM card part. And then I've got this one. But I don't know. It seems like you spend $400 or $500 or, even $300 on a phone by the time you get it all set up. And then you got to keep spending like $50, $60 or more a month to like keep it running. And what for? What does it do for you? I mean, I'm not using it anymore from a day job because I don't got no day job right now. I'm on sabbatical. So what does it do? And I don't even know, like I'm mostly here at my house. I got Wi-Fi, so I ain't even using none of the data. I have never, ever used more than just some tiny little slip of data. Like I've never even gone past a gig of data. Not once. Because I don't stream things. I don't download things while I'm on I don't do that. I don't do that shit. I don't know. I'm feeling maybe it's time for me to say goodbye to the smartphone. I waited so long. I didn't do it I was one of the last people that I know that had one. And then when I finally got one, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. It's not doing it for me. I think it's a waste. But I am a single woman now, and it is the way that the man keeps track of folks. And if I died somewhere on the road, they could use the triangulation to find out where I was. If I had my phone on me, there's a lot they can learn about my whereabouts. They could find the killer. I don't know. There's a lot of things to think about. Let's see. Put it in your micro for 2 seconds before you throw it away. I'm not going to do that. Maybe I can just donate it, like donate it to some place. And I don't know. I guess I can't wipe the pictures, but I ain't got no dirty pictures on it. So it just be pictures of my dog. Boring shit like that. Oh my God. Let's see. I need a phone. I can go do live readings out and about. Oracle readings on the street. I feel like if I was going to do that, I might need to like invest in a really expensive phone, and that's an investment. I don't know if I want to spend $1,000 on a phone plus another $500 on a gimbal or whatever bullshit you got to carry with you. And then I'd have to upgrade my service because I definitely would be using more than a gigabyte of data every month. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm up for it, but maybe. I kind of feel like them man on the street things would be better edited, but because people even edit TikTok videos. They're not all just like straight up. People put a lot of effort into them little 30-second things. So it would just I don't know. That opens up a whole lot of worm cans that I don't feel like dealing with right now. Technology's hard. Technology's hard. Oh my God. Yeah, I hope you get the camera then. That's nice. They put it up there. They don't tell you if it works. You got to kind of figure that out for yourself. I'll tell you what is not working. It's this. It's not working today. I think this silky scarf just kind of, it's got too much slide. It's got too much slide on it. Let's see. You know what? I have not busted out the essential oil deck. Well, everybody likes it. I guess I might have to do it now. OraCola on the street. I might have to join TikTok. Don't make me have to get in the Chinese database any more than I already am, y'all. Y'all are like the devil. I pulled out that devil card earlier. That's what y'all are. Y'all are the devil. I am just, all of this stuff that y'all want me to do requires me to sell out. Y'all see how it works? And then I can't give no authentic readings from the universe because I'm a sellout and there's some archon demon that's like getting into my electromagnetic sphere and clouding up my judgment. So yeah, I don't know if that's the answer for me, but maybe I'll think on it. Maybe I'll try to do a little meditation, think about it, see if the universe brings me an answer or something. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the essential oil of the moment is, since we're just sitting here. I got all these oracles in front of me. Just tantalizing little oracles. Yeah, I don't want to sell out, but when you get on the TikTok, that's what happens. I mean, it's bad enough I'm on the Facebook and the Instagram. By the way, if you want to follow me on those, you can find me on Facebook at RCCola, ARCIECOLA. You can also find me on Instagram at RC OraCola. That's all one word. That's ARCIE Ora, ORACOLA. Yes, that's right. Tech is intrusive, Jake. Very, very intrusive. It was on the news last week. They had the ERCOT sent out there. Oh, you got to turn your thermostat down because we still don't have our shit fixed. Everybody's all pissy about it. We know all those people that got them smart meters that the city was like giving you incentives for a few years ago. If you install, like they give you a huge rebate, and people like jumped on it. Well, ERCOT was going in, unbeknownst to the people, all the ones that had the smart meters, and turning their thermostats up to like 82. And they didn't know about it until they woke up and they saw their thermostat had been tampered with. And it was because it was done remotely by the utility company to conserve power. So that's what you're signing up for with all these smart devices. You are signing up to be controlled by the man. And he has got all kind of different ways that he wants to control what you're up to. And if he's ever like giving something away, whatever they're giving away right now, maybe you should think twice about doing it, because typically it's not in your best interests. Just saying. That is a historical thing that's come up over and over again. Governments are not usually thinking about your best interests. At least not our government. Okay. Let's see what the essential oil of the week is for those of y'all watching. I haven't done one of these in a while. And the oil is rose. Okay. That's nice. It's not really rose season. But it is a Venus dance season. She's having a nice dance up there in the sky. So maybe get some roses and celebrate the romance of the moment, even though it might turn out to be an ugly threesome later down the road with some screaming in the parking lot. Once the buzz wears off, everybody's starting to come down. That's when the yelling starts. But in the meantime, you can get some nice roses and celebrate. It's kind of like I don't think these are roses. I think these are just kind of more flowery blobs. If I was to guess, that would not be a rose. I don't know what kind of flower that would be. Maybe a peony or something. I can't tell. It's very abstract. Very abstract. So roses, y'all, roses. Get some roses. Get you some rose spray for the bathroom. Get you a rose candle. Maybe pansy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Get you a rose bush. I don't know if they're, I don't think it's the time of year when you start roses, but maybe. I just ain't seen them at the garden center, so I don't think it's the time of year. You think the time has passed for the roses, but your neighbor might have some growing. You might be able to sneak in their yard and sniff some. Pluck a petal, maybe get some rose scented thing at the bakery. They like to put rose petals on things, make it look pretty. They taste a little bitter, but it's okay. You pretend because it's covered in sugar and you paid $12 for it. Yeah, that kind of rose. Let's think about rose. A rose color. Rose color. That all works too. Okay. We got about maybe like 10 more minutes here left on the OraCola on June 23rd. If anybody in the chat room has anything that would like to pimp in the comments, you can put that in the comments and I will definitely shout it out before I stop the live stream. Let's see. Essential oil deck guidance for the rest of the week. Well, I just did that. It was called Roses. Are you talking about for yourself? Are you talking about a personal essential oil? Anyway, back to what I was saying. If you have something you want to pimp, like you have your own show, whether it's live or on the internet, or you got a fundraiser, or you got something that's public that other people can join. And remember, this is the digital age, so they don't necessarily have to be in Austin or wherever you are. It could just be any old announcement as long as it's available online and people can do it, or it's available locally and you can tell people where to go. I will announce it for you, for all 7 of you who are watching here on the OraCola. Oh, so, okay, yeah, no, I just did rose. So if that's okay, I mean, I can always pull another one out, but I don't know. No, essential oils is kind of touchy. Some people are like, as soon as you say essential, they're like, oh, they turn off. It's like when you say homeo, oh, they all turn off. There's certain things that certain people are just like automatically shut down to. I do not say that essential oils have necessarily all the healing properties that folks put on them, but I do know that they can be very lovely as a perfume or as a scent, or even just as a topical, like antiseptic, as a bug spray. They've got some uses. Okay, yeah, rose is perfect. Yes, there's your answer. Here is your answer. I tell you what, these cards, I'm getting better at shuffling them, but the more I shuffle them, the more beat up they get. So not the best quality, but I tell you, they're a whole lot better quality than some other cards I've purchased. Ooh, some of them are terrible. And you're like, what? These are gonna die in like a week. They won't even last the weekend. Like them ones you get at the dollar store that just like, they get all bent up and you can't ever like shuffle them properly and they're all stuck together. They're like bent over backwards so much you can almost see what your opponents have. Them kind of cards. Yeah. Oh well, that's what you get for getting them at Ross or TJ Maxx. I think I got those were at TJ Maxx. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We got any other oracles or announcements? I don't think I have any others. Oh, okay. I do have another little segment that I'm going to bring up here, and we'll see if it'll work throughout the week, but it's called shadow assessments, or what did I say? Shadow announcements. So this is where I confess something that I've been up to that I'm not necessarily proud of, but I've been very dedicated to, that has been very much like a vice. So in the past 4 or 5 days, I've been very much obsessed with watching YouTube videos about cruises. And not necessarily just any cruises, specifically Royal Caribbean cruises and all their new ships and all the things that you can do on their newest ships. And I'm very invested in this one person that has decided to make their life on a cruise ship. They basically have lived on a cruise ship for 23 years. His name's Super Mario. He's very famous apparently, and I'm just finding out about it. And I've spent hours upon hours upon hours of time that I should be spending on other intellectual pursuits, watching other people talk about their cabin on their particular Royal Caribbean cruise from 3 years ago. And I cannot say that I'm ashamed as much as I should be. But that is my confession to you. That is my shadow announcement, my dark side announcement, my vice that has been consuming my life unnecessarily while I'm distracting myself from my poor dog's health issues and life in general. I've been working on knowledge that I will never use because I'm not somebody who wants to take a cruise. That's the other part of it. I do not like cruises. I do not like the idea of a cruise. I've never been on one because I think it would be hell on earth. I would only go on one if it was the Queen Mary and it was the highest grade of the Queen Mary and I was treated like the queen on it. Yeah. That cruises are my teacher. I don't know about that. It might teach me some things about patience that I haven't learned yet. But I don't know if I'd be able to go on a cruise anytime soon anyway, because it seems like they're all just going to be very restricted and you got to do 100 tests a day. And there's all kind of weird, crazy things that you got to do. I don't know. It's not like a mode of travel that has appealed to me ever. But for some reason, this week, especially, I've been obsessed, and I've watched so many videos about cruising, people who take cruises, tips on booking cheap cruises, all of it. I'm down that cruise rabbit hole. I've even looked up what happens when there's a storm and you're cruising through a hurricane. Oh yeah, they got YouTube videos of people on the ship and it's rocking and rolling. And the water's sloshing out of the pool and the waves are crashing up over the side. And I'm my God, that's several thousand people on that ship and they could go down in the middle of the Gulf or wherever the hell they are. And there's no way all those people would live. I mean, we already had the Titanic. We know how that worked out. So yeah, I don't know if I would ever be on the cruise, but I sure have looked up a lot of info about it. So that's my dark side confession this week. If you have a particular thing that you've been doing that's been a vice that you were very much aware of and you are a little bit ashamed of it, or you are just ready to stop doing it, may you get the strength to stop this week. I'm certainly rooting for myself to stop. I feel like I might have exhausted this particular dark side rabbit hole. There's a few crumbs left I might try to lick up, but I think the plate is empty. So hopefully it will be on to something new. Yes, I'm still obsessed with them horses, but that's just a small part of my day. So this new thing is really just kind of taken over, and it's surprising to me. I'm so surprised. Why? I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to escape from that's got me thinking about doing something that I have never thought about doing in my life, ever. Yeah. Sounds like an earthquake. Well, I guess if you were on a cruise in the middle of the ocean, the earthquake would not not be a problem. It might be a problem if you were on the shore and the tsunami caused by the earthquake was like coming at you. Because some of these Caribbean islands that these cruise ship companies own, they're just basically glorified sandbars. And if there was some kind of tsunami, God forbid, that, one of these like little islands got swamped and there's like 500 people or 5,000, who knows? I mean, it might be, I don't know how many people, thousands of people get washed off this little island in the Caribbean. Oh, then that would be the end of that cruise company forever. Them lawsuits, they would go into the next century. What a tragedy. Can you imagine? You saved up thousands of dollars to go on a cruise only to like be there laying on the beach and have a tsunami come and like suck you out to the ocean. Oh man, what a way to go. Atlantis wrote about it, but yeah, some folks live it. Shadow time is very rewarding and fun. Well, thank you. I'm so glad that my confession of shame is giving you hope in this dreary life. The heat. I'm trying to escape the heat. Yes, definitely. Always trying to escape the heat. Although I have a feeling that it's hot on a cruise ship sometimes too. Like if you get out there and it's like there's no wind and it's still, you know how it can be real hot at the beach sometimes? Yeah. All right. Well, y'all, it is about that time. I think I'm going to wrap it up this evening. I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in to the OraCola on my YouTube channel. We're on our second episode here streaming on YouTube. And this is definitely something that I will probably continue in. I'm definitely going to continue it. It's going to happen on YouTube. So y'all tune in every Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central Time, and I will be here to answer your questions, channel from the universe. And I love all y'all, and hit the like and subscribe. And if you would like to send a donation, you can do that to Venmo at RCCola, ARCIECOLA, or PayPal if you got that, paypal.me/RCCola, ARCIECOLA. And you can find me on Instagram at RCOraCola, just all one word, or you can find me on Facebook at RCCola. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.